Well, hello everyone. This video is gonna be a little bit different for me, and it's something that I've mean to talk about for a while. And it is something that has kind of been a question that I have wondered for myself. Before this video begins, it'll probably end up being long, and I don't currently have the footage that I'm gonna just put on here, so you guys can feel free to kind of not be watching the screen, just kind of listen to it, because that's really where the video is going to be, is the audio. So by the title of this, the question that I've kind of been asking myself and I've been just thinking is, why am I still on YouTube? And that question actually goes a lot deeper than just, making videos and making funny videos, which some of my videos are, and that's a fairly small majority of what my true content is and what my reasoning behind making my channel is. Of course, making my channel 9 years ago, it the initial thing is, of course, machinima, and it's always been, I'll always say, is why I started a YouTube channel, is because I watched Rise of the Spartans all the way through, and I watched a couple of those machinimas, and I just thought, how cool it'd be to make my own story and produce and everything, basically make my own movie in Halo and make it something like that. And I've always been a storyteller, and that's can be something you'll hear quite a bit in this video. So the question is, why does machinima mean so much to me? And again, it's not just a way of, a comedy sketch or a cool action part or whatever, Well, the comedy hasn't been in Lonely Devils or any of the projects yet, except Rescue Falcon, which is no longer canon in what I would call my universe. None of that really truly matters, and the thing that does truly matter is the story behind it all. And I don't think anyone here knows how much machinimas and how many projects I truly have. And currently at the moment, I think it's kind of hard to count, actually. If I'm including every single, I guess you call it, season of 709, it's probably like 15 to 20. And of course, some of you might be thinking, because I've spent years on Lonely Devils already, how long would it even be? And that's a question that I can't personally answer, because during these 9 years, well, I didn't actually have the real capability of making machinimas. I mean, I tried to still with a very old crappy laptop on a very old crappy chair and pointed towards a very old and crappy TV. I tried. Of course, I'm glad that I wasn't content with that. And I mean, now I have a PC and everything, and I do have basically the capability of making machinima, so why is it still taking so long? And that is going to be the real topic of this entire video. So we're beginning this phase, as I would call it, as what has been my challenges. Not really, I'm not focusing, to backtrack a little bit, I'm not going to be focusing too much on my normal videos, like my gameplay videos and stuff like that. It's mainly can be machinimas, because that's mainly why I made my channel, and I'll be honest with you guys for that. And then the videos and stuff will just mainly do for fun and things I think I would enjoy and other people would enjoy. So the challenges with machinima, and this could probably be a video later on, and it very well might be. So one of the biggest issues is, of course, finding people in what is a small environment, being Halo-based machinimas. I mean, machinimas already as a whole is small, and then you add Halo on top of it, and you add Halo with the way it's been going for the last couple of years, you get something pretty dang small. So that's one of the big issues. The other one is, and I'll just say it, is I've somehow always had a way of finding some kind of technical issues or something completely just crazy pop up that has gone wrong. When I first got my PC and I moved some of my maps on it, I had to reinstall MCC like 3 or 4 different times because something went wrong every time, and that's how it was. And then with the capture card, that was a whole entire ordeal when I first got my capture card and getting it set up and everything. Basically thought I wasted my main present for nothing that year for Christmas. Another thing that's kind of hurtful is while you can find people that are setting you up to fail and or just holding you or using you in some way, and maybe you never understand it. And I'm of course speaking personally because I understand it. When my channel really started growing, because it was my most successful year in 2016 because I made the most machinimas, there was a group. I'm not gonna say their name right now. I don't really feel comfortable saying it. And they kind of set me up from the get-go, and they were manipulative, and I didn't see it at first. And then, when you do something they don't like, they take it out on you, and they take it out on your channel. They take it out in so many different ways. In this instant, the video is deleted, so you no longer can be able to find it. They even impersonated Nightmare Films, and had him quote unquote say a really bad comment. But the craziest thing is, and this could be a video on its own, is somebody literally trying to fake their death. The whole entire group combined together to try to say this person died. So that goes on I guess the storytelling of this video. It is real. So, and like I said, if you guys really want a video of that, I'll freaking do it. I don't care. So also on not a really happy note, sticking with the not good people, or the people that are just setting you up and everything, there's also the people that ghost you, and I've had quite a few people do that. And I've made ways where they've been casted and they've had an important impact, would have an important impact on my machinimas, and they would just kind of fade out of existence. And I'm gonna spoil it right now. Most of the cast of Lonely Devils is different than what my original video was, and most of them fell in that way. I don't mean for you to find them and go after them, because it's okay, and I'm okay, and I think I've found better people for it, but recasting takes time. And go on another input is also dealing with the time factor and everything. That time adds up, and in your mind, after a couple years, couple months, your motivation starts going. And when you're recasting somebody 2 or 3 times, when you're rereading the script and re-editing the script, and you're losing people left and right when you're dealing with technical issues, it drains on you, and it drains on your motivation. And for me, there's been a lot of days that my motivation's been gone, and it's still a challenge every single day to get that motivation to continue to try making Mishinmas and working on it step by step. And I have found some people. I've found some really, really nice, helpful people that have, helped me with my Mishinmas so far. Of course, some more the Mayo, but that's not really the focus. This video isn't really asking for help. I mean, it would be appreciated, but this video is just more for me to speak this and to speak this truth, because I've been holding on to this, and I feel like my audience deserves to know. And sticking on that, my audience that have known me for a long time knows that there was someone who was really involved in my Mishinmas who's no longer here. And while that's an ordeal, and that's something I'm not going to dive into today, it is something that's hurtful, because me and him did create most of the stories together, and it was kind of all combined storytelling and just love and care for the story. And for half of that to kind of go away, it's hard, and it's hard to really kind of construct something when the other main parts are gone. So that took a lot of time too, and it still pays a factor, and it still hurts, because I don't really have somebody in the role that can fill his. And another thing that makes making Mishinmas difficult is life in general. I don't have 24/7 to just spend on Mishinmas, sadly. If I could, I would, but I don't have all the time in the world. And for me, it's hard to keep focused, and it's hard to keep organized. I do have a lot of differences, and some people would use the word disabilities, but I personally see them as differences, and that's all I'm ever gonna phrase them as, because that's how I view them. But I do have things that would technically fall under disabilities, and this is new. This is literally past my football years. So this is in the past 2 to 3 years now, and that's some autoimmune diseases. And while last year specifically, just thinking about it, it was when it was at its worst, and don't have a complete diagnosis, but I do believe from my research that it is, bear with me here, hidradenitis suppurativa, which I don't recommend you Google it, and if you do, be prepared to see some stuff because it's a little gnarly looking, and you can imagine that it hurts, and it kind of drains you all of your energy. And I mean, still, even though it's slightly better now, at any given day, still to this point, my day can flip in a second. So I can go from energy to non-energy, and going deep here. And I don't want to go deep on this topic necessarily, but I think people who do know my Mishinmas and have seen Loneliest Road know that Loneliest Road deals on some very heavy topics, and I wrote Loneliest Road because it's a topic that needs to be talked about. And just that depression, that just those really dark feelings. You know, I've dealt with them, and for a lot of years it was really crippling, and I never really showed it too much to people, but it does do a huge amount mentally, and it's really hard to walk away from. I will say now that I am doing better. I wouldn't say I'm really okay. I don't think I'll ever really be okay, but I'm okay with that, and I'm okay. I've accepted that, and I'm moving forward, and I know things that make me happy, and I'm focusing on those, and it's taking things one day at a time, mainly. Well, I say mainly, but I'm trying to take things more one day at a time and appreciate things for what they are, even though I do worry about the future and look at the future quite a bit. So with that all being said, with the issues surrounding why am I continuing, why I've questioned all of that, going back to the question is, why am I continuing after 9 years, and after dealing with all of that? Why am I still making videos? Why am I still making machinimas? Why am I still on YouTube when I haven't hit 1,000 subscribers or 2,100,000 subscribers? It's because I love my stories. I love my machinimas. Every single one of them I've put my whole heart into, and I'm just in love with the stories, and I know that it's a passion of mine, and something I love, and something I care about, and I owe it to myself to try to make them, and I love them, and I like making content. I love maybe somebody watching my machinima specifically, because my videos are more meant for laughter, but watching my machinimas, maybe getting inspired, or maybe it helps them through a hard time, or maybe they just enjoy it simply, whatever it may be, and maybe it's a mix of all of those. That's why I do it. That's why I'm still continuing. Even though it's been hard, I'm still continuing, and I know I don't make videos every month or every week, but when I make videos, I want to make videos that are either really funny, or like my machinimas, are really full, or really story driven, and just awesome. Simply with my machinimas is, I think they're pretty great, and I believe in them. I believe in what I've made, and hopefully in the next years, you guys can watch them too, and you guys can appreciate them, enjoy them the way I have. So with all that all being said, that will wrap up this video, and I've not made a video like this in so long, but with that, I'm closing this up, and this video, as I'm closing it, it feels really good. It feels like I'm getting a lot off my chest, and whether 10 people watch it or 100, if you made it all the way through, just thank you. And you know, my machinimas are very much made for you guys. So yeah, just I don't know how to end this. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video and can appreciate that I'm trying to be more transparent, and I'm opening up about what's all going on and what has been going on. And maybe I've just answered your question. After 9 years, why am I still continuing? Why am I still on YouTube? And that's why. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. I'll see you guys later.